morning, Suzuki community. It's Myron at Zuk's Off-Road. I want to show you how to adjust the valves on an 8-valve Suzuki engine, whether it's a 1.3 or a 1.6. First thing I want to show you is that on the 1.3 pulley, there's a circle with the notch, and we're just going to go ahead and put that up. And so as you can see there, I have it at the 12 o'clock position. And this is going to tell me pretty much what's going on with the firing order also. So the first thing I'm going to do is check intake and exhaust rockers on number 1. They're tight, so that tells me that the rockers are going to be loose on number 4. What does this mean? This means that number 4 is firing. Now, this is a pumper motor, as I've explained in my other videos, and so 1 is up exhausting and 4 is ready to fire. Why is it ready to fire? Because the valves are both closed. That's why you have got moving rockers here. Now, to adjust these, you can get a really fancy tool that will have a screwdriver in it, and it'll have a 12 millimeter so that you can adjust them with the tool, or you can get just a regular screwdriver and a regular wrench. Now, typically on these adjustments, you'll see that it goes anywhere from, like, intakes go from 6 to 8, exhausts go from 7 to 9. Exhausts get a little bit hotter, obviously, so they want to have a little bit more of a gap because it's going to expand from the heat. So if you understand what this is a mechanical rocker. That means is that the valve stem is being hit by the rocker all the time, pushing it down. That's how it works. And so when you've got mechanical rockers, you've got metal hitting, and these need to be adjusted annually or every 10,000 miles is what I find to be the best performance of the engine. And so typically when you're adjusting these valves, this is such an easy head to do. You're going to find out what's loose, and in this case it is 4 because it's firing, and then you have number 2 exhaust and you have number 3 intake. And so what you're going to do is adjust the 2 intakes, adjust the 2 exhausts because they're already loose. You're just going to make them the right gap. And the way you do that is with a feeler gauge. And if you could just take a feeler gauge and pinch it with your fingers, that's called drag. Now if you really, really pinch it hard, you can still drag it. When it's in the metal, you don't want a tough drag. You want to feel it that, yep, it's definitely dragging. That's going to be really accurate. Now, the way I check it after I adjust it is I put a larger feeler gauge in, and if that won't go in, then I did a really good job. But if the bigger one went in, then I didn't have it correct, so then I'll tighten it up some more. Now, after you've adjusted the 2 intakes that are loose and the 2 exhausts that are loose, you rotate the engine 1 complete revolution. And you don't need to have the timing cover off for this. You just use the 0 on the notch on the front timing cover. And what you're going to find out is the 4 that were loose are now tight, and then it's going to be number 1 that's firing, and it's going to be number 2 intake and number 3 exhaust. Then you adjust those and you're done. And it's very, very simple head to do. Thank you for watching the videos. If you have any questions, call me on the cell. Go wheeling, be safe, and thank you very much for all of your patronage. Goodbye.